Hi folks, we're back. After a brief medical problem, I am ready to finish the lecture series. We're talking about dating. And I'm going to continue to talk about psychology and the media and a lot of other things here and what affects our understanding. The things that we learn from television and movies and from websites and from popular opinion. Okay, here's our whiteboard and our topic of discussion for at least the next 8 minutes is going to be why women don't like wimps. One of the biggest challenges that nice people have is that they think that they can buy other people's affections. That the nicer they are to somebody, the more attracted they're going to be to them. And it's not true. Attraction is something that we choose. Okay? At least emotional attraction. Sexual attraction, that's not really a choice. That's bred into us. But, it's very complicated when you're trying to think about, okay, I'm 27 years old. I'm single. I'm attractive. I consider myself interesting. And I'm a woman. What do I want in a man? Now, obviously, I would appreciate someone who understands my feelings and respects them. And I'm not going to sit there and spend time with a guy who stomps all over them because he just doesn't understand them. That he's really shallow. So, if a woman had a choice between a jerk and a nice person, of course she's going to choose the nice person. But this is the challenge, that we assume as shy, brainy men that there isn't a third option, which is a nice guy that's braver than us. A nice guy that's braver than us. Biologically speaking, women are attracted to strong men. And in this modern day and age of cyberspace and people's relationships and computers meshing on levels that we're only now starting to discover, it still applies. They still want to see in emails a strong person who is happy with their life, who is secure, who has direction. I guarantee you, if I were a girl and I had a choice between a nice guy who was a wimp and a nice guy who was brave, I would choose the nice guy who was brave enough to ask me out. I had an experience where a girl said I wasn't brave enough, and I'm like, that's such a load of crap. Asking you out on a group date is helping me to weed out, to see what you're like around other people before I want to go single with you. It has nothing to do with bravery. You're the one that's scared. Scared of being with someone who actually cares about you. Because you don't know what that's like. All you know is creepy guys that just want sex. Well, then you found someone that didn't. But I guarantee you he's not as smart or as brave as me. So good luck. That was Heather Maddox. And I do not want to be LinkedIn friends with her. She is just not a very smart woman. Not very mature. So, guys, we don't appreciate that either. But real women, usually over age 30, are looking for direction. They're looking for stability. And they're looking for a guy who's secure. Okay? I know who I am. I know what I want to do with my life, and I'm doing it. They don't want some whiny, I'm not sure if I can be a doctor. I'm not sure if anybody likes me. I'm not sure if I can do anything. I mean, you might as well just put a bullet through your head. I'm not sure of myself. I'm not abusive. I've never hurt anybody. I've never really tried to hurt people. But I don't have any self-confidence. Because every time I get presented with a risk, I just sit there and run away. So I don't develop it. The muscle, in a sense, doesn't get tested. Risks equal courage. Once you realize you can handle a problem, and that, then it breeds more confidence. Because you're like, well, if I can handle this problem, maybe I can handle a slightly different problem that is still in the same category. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. But you have to take that first step of a risk. And if you have never, ever, 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 ever taken a risk, and you rely on other people to do that for you, I guarantee you're not going to get dates. I guarantee you. And you're not going to get married, and you are not going to sweep some girl off of her feet and have her thinking, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? Women don't like wimps. Don't be a wimp. Okay? You don't need to force them to like you. You just need to work on liking yourself. Okay. So, why do women like men that like themselves? Why is that? Why is it that you always find these guys who seem to be the life of the party, who are always surrounded by at least several people, who always seem to have something interesting to say or a joke to tell? Because they like themselves. Because they're not so terrified that other people are going to see their flaws. That it keeps them from sharing themselves. Terrified of others. What's really silly about it is that we all have eccentricities, quirks to our personalities, and all of us have weaknesses. So sitting there and saying, I'm terrified of others because I don't want them to see those things, is so asinine. They may have the same eccentricities and the same weaknesses, and you can have empathy and actually build a relationship based on similar weaknesses. I mean, there are entire Facebook groups based on that. So, birds of a feather flock together, or in this case, nerds of a feather flock together. If you're self-deprecating and shy,